Hey, welcome to a very special edition of Vinyl Fetish. This is episode 100. I cannot believe this is the 100th episode that has been uploaded for Vinyl Fetish. We're gonna do something a little different tonight. We're gonna do a countdown. We're going to do a song countdown. I was gonna invite Andi up to the Vinyl Attic to do something since we started this channel together way back when, but Andi does not come up to the attic very much anymore. She mainly, when she's here, stays down in the basement. It doesn't have much vinyl at all in it, which is very sad. But in honor of her, we're going to do a countdown of the best breakup songs of all time. The rule is I have to have them on vinyl. If we were going to do all I mean, there's a zillion of them. There's just so many of them. And if we were going to do all songs, including everything I have on CD, that we'd be here talking about lots of Adele songs or Coldplay. Sorry, that song, "The Scientist" by Coldplay, it makes me cry. And if we were going to talk about CDs, I talk about, one of the masters of breakup songs is songwriter Burt Bacharach, the guy that wrote "Walk On By." So many great songs. In 1998, he did an album with Elvis Costello that has a song on it called "God Give Me Strength." I was going through a big breakup in 1998, and I listened to it constantly. It's torture. It's torture, but I don't have it on vinyl, so we're not going to talk about it tonight. But since we're talking about breakup songs, we have our unsponsor, which is Easy Rider Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey that I've been sampling tonight to get ready for this. And so what makes a great breakup song? Well, there's a great variety. There is the "I Miss You So Much" version. There's the "My Heart Is So Broken I Can't Move" version. There's the "I Hate You Because You Killed Me" version. There's the "I Want You Back" version. I mean, there's lots of variations. And so what I did is I went through my collection and just picked out the songs that resonated with me. If you're going through a breakup, you want a sad song that's also a love song. These are some of these you're going to know. Some of them are kind of predictable. You'll find them on lists, other people's lists, and some of them I think you'll find are unique. So let's get right to it. Okay. At number 10, we have to start with the guy that does the best love songs of all time, Al Green. Al Green doing "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart," the Bee Gees song. The Bee Gees wrote it, but Al Green perfected it. Al Green sings this song asking what makes the world go round in such a way that he is singing it. He's in so much pain. There was a time when I just listened to this Al Green's Greatest Hits and Greatest Hits Volume 2, and it just rips you up. It just rips you up. As far as 70s soul goes, if you're going through something, Al Green will take you there. It is "How Can You Mend a Broken Heart?" Because when you've had your heart smashed against the rocks, that's the question, right? The question is, how can I get through this? How can you mend a broken heart? Number 10 on our list. Number 9 is a song that you might not think of, but it is on certainly a vinyl classic on the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds album from 1966, "Caroline No." "Caroline No" is a great breakup song. It's basically a Brian Wilson solo record on Pet Sounds. I think he's the only Beach Boy on it. And it is about what happens when the person you're in love with changes. Where did all your long hair go? This one is teenage Brian Wilson, who wasn't a teenager at the time, but was really kind of getting at the heartache of being a teenager when love is brief and the person you love kind of grows up and gets smarter than you are, cuts off their long hair. So "Caroline No" is at number 9. Number 8. Okay, this is an obvious one. But I have to talk about this for a specific reason. We go to "Rumors," Fleetwood Mac, 1977. For the obvious reasons, "Go Your Own Way." It's the ultimate song. Even though it gets played as like a rock song, it is the breakup of Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie Nicks while they're in the same band, singing the song to each other in a way that is when you listen to it and you know the context is vicious, if I could, baby, I would give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? It's just it's so intense. And then you have like Mick Fleetwood on these really aggressive boom, 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 boom drums. And then you have this just angry guitar from Lindsey Buckingham. And they're singing it towards each other while they're in the band. Everybody in the band sleeping with everybody else in the band. And it's just so chaotic and cathartic. And Andy and I saw Fleetwood Mac, this lineup, in Tacoma a few years back. And just watching, even though it's the shtick now, like they do this song, it's about the breakup. Watching them look at each other as they sing "You Can Go Your Own Way," it's pretty scary. So this is one. This is one of the angry breakup songs I have on my top 10. Okay, we got the world of country music is only heartbreak. The only good country music songs are heartbreak songs, and there's so many. But I had to go to the country music queen, Patsy Cline, and "I Fall to Pieces." "I Fall to Pieces." "I Fall to Pieces" is a really a kind of mature breakup song, because not only is it about your heart being broken, but being expected to be friends with the person that you broke up while they're with somebody else. Now, there's some adults in the room who can understand what it's like. You've broken up with a person, you're crushed inside, they're now with somebody new, and you just have to be friends with them. Meanwhile, you are just liquefying on the inside. Patsy does this. This has been covered by a lot of people, but the Patsy Cline version will shred you when you think about those lines. How can I just be your friend? Like that. No, you can't. I don't want to be your friend. I know if I'm your friend, I get to be around you sometimes, and maybe we can go have lunch or something because we're friends now. But I can't do it. I cannot be your friend. After what we've been through, after the history that we have, after the intimate moments and everything that we created, and now I just am going to be your friend like some freaking consolation prize. I can't do it. I fall to pieces. 2 words from Patsy Cline. Oh my God. I think I'm going to cry right now just thinking about it. Okay. Next, we got to go to Dylan. Bob Dylan. We think of Bob as the protest singer, but Bob went through a lot of heartache in his life. He fell in love. He fell out of love. He sort of chronicled a lot of his love entanglements and his breakups and his sadness. And he kind of did a whole album around his divorce from Sarah in the mid-'70s, the Blood on the Tracks album, which the standout track, of course, is Tangled Up in Blue. Tangled Up in Blue is this epic of the man who's broken up with his woman, and she's off dancing in a topless bar, and he's driving a cab and trying to figure out what happened to his life. And at the end of the song, he's just really resolute. It says, "I'm going to get her back somehow." Like, this story is not over. I've told the story of the pain of being without her, but I'm going to get her back somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'm going to drive the cab around the strip club where she works every night, but I'm going to get her back. So Dylan, this is a song, this was Dylan in his 30s, the adult Dylan, not the protest singer of the 60s, but mature Dylan talking about things that people in the 70s were talking about, like divorce. Tangled Up in Blue is one when you know the context, or you just pay attention to the words, rips your heart right out. That's what we want with these things. Okay. There's someone else I had to put on this list who is probably the modern master of the breakup song. That's Taylor Swift. Now, there's tons of Taylor Swift songs that could have been here. I mean, I think, in a weird way, she inhabits some of the space that Dylan inhabited in the 70s in terms of the breakup songs. And All Too Well, her epic, the 10-minute version of All Too Well, is kind of a modern version of Tangled Up in Blue, I would argue. Some people might argue against it and say it was blasphemous to mention Taylor Swift and Bob Dylan in the same space. I don't. But I'm picking a track from 1989. It's track 5. If you know about Taylor, sort of the track 5 songs on each of her, at least more recent albums, are all about some breakup that she's been through, or some pain or some heartache. There's always more to read in the track 5 on the album. We're going with All You Had to Do Was Stay. All You Had to Do Was Stay. The reason I picked up this song is, besides my current obsession with her music, is it really hits home. It really hits home. It's really about, you know, when you have something and you take it for granted, when you have a relationship or you have a person and you take them for granted and you don't treat them right, and then they go, and then you want to get them back, but it's too late. It's too late. I mean, the lyrics of this are, to me, are just so close to home. People like you always want back the love they gave away, and people like me want to believe you when you say you've changed. The more I think about it now, the less I know. All I know is that you drove us off the road. Oh, oh my God, Taylor. She's too young. I mean, she's only 34, but good God, this woman's had enough heartbreak to feed the rest of us for the rest of our lives. All right, that's at number 5. Now we go into number 4, and you know, some breakup songs are a little bit mean. Some breakup songs are a little bit angry because this person hurt you, and you want to externalize, you want to blame them, you want to think it's all their fault. They don't know what they missing out on. So I'm going with Tom Petty, and You Got Lucky. Tom Petty from the Long After Dark album, the You Got Lucky. You know, good love is hard to find, but you got lucky when you found me, right? And now you don't have me, and poor you. You know, it's a way of feeling a little bit better about yourself because you're like, you screwed up, you dumped me, you lost me, and you're going to regret it for the rest of your life. And you know, sometimes those angry feelings are valid and legitimate, or at least it's nice to hear them in a song. So I wanted to get Tom Petty's in there because there are times where I've heard that song and I'm like, oh yeah, she got lucky. And I'm the one that's crying, but she got lucky. Okay, now we're moving into the top 3. These are the ones that I'm really passionate about, and every single one of them could have been number 1, and maybe they aren't songs that you know as well as Fleetwood Mac. Okay, number 3, Bittersweet by the Voodoo Gurus, 1986. This is an autographed copy of their Mars Needs Guitars album. I'm not sure. It could have been at 688. I think I got this autograph when they opened up for the Bangles. Bittersweet is such a gut-wrenching song about I can't live. I can't live. I can't live. I cut and I bleed. You seem to find that so hard to believe. This song, if you haven't heard it, I'm going to add a playlist in the description section of all these songs. But if you haven't heard this song, you know, I went through my first really big breakup. It was in my first year in graduate school, and my college girlfriend moved to Paris, and we were broke up. And I discovered red wine and blue jazz and played this Voodoo Gurus record over and over and over again. This song probably ended up on more than one mixtape, C90 cassette tape that I sent her in Paris. It is about the pain of missing someone and feeling like you can't go on. You just can't go on. And so Voodoo Gurus, Bittersweet, 1986 is my number 3. If you don't know this song, especially if you're going through a breakup, I swear it'll become your favorite song. It'll become your favorite song. Okay. Number 2 is a big one. Number 2 is a big one for a lot of people. We're back to the Bee Gees, To Love Somebody. You don't know what it's like to love somebody the way I love you. It is so soul-crushing. This song has been covered by so many people, including Janis Joplin and Nina Simone and Eric Burdon. My favorite version is by the Flying Burrito Brothers with Graham Parsons singing. Even Michael Bublé and Michael Bolton have done this song. So many people have done this song. The best version is from the Bee Gees' first album in 1967. There is a pain. There is a truth when you break up with someone that you feel like they don't understand what you're going through because you love them, and obviously they don't love you. So they can't possibly know what you're going through because nobody knows what it's like to love somebody the way I love you. Nobody knows. I'm just a man. Oh my God, this song. There are so many great versions of this song. I mean, the Nina Simone version is just red hot. But the Bee Gees version of "To Love Somebody," I think even Elvis Presley might have done a cover of the song. I mean, it's just really, really heart wrenching, and will make you feel good about feeling bad. And that's what we want in a good breakup song. That somebody else knows my pain. When I hear this song, I am not alone. Somebody knows what it feels like, because she doesn't know. How can she know? Nobody knows what it's like to love somebody the way I love her. The Bee Gees know. The Bee Gees know. This song is, it's in a class by itself. It is in a class by itself, and I will never not love this song, and I will never not want to bawl my eyes out when I hear it. To Love Somebody. All right, number one. I'm picking a number one that is not on any list. It's on a personal list of mine, because I think it captures all the things that you need in a good heartbreak song, in a good love loss song, in a good breakup song. It's by the queen of the torch singers, Linda Ronstadt, from her 1976 album, Hasten Down the Wind. It's a song called Down So Low, originally done by blues singer Tracy Nelson. And it is devastating. First of all, you have Linda Ronstadt at the complete top of her vocal game. The next studio album she did after this was Simple Dreams. I saw her on that tour, and unfortunately she didn't sing Down So Low. She sang the Carla Bonoff songs that are on this album, but she didn't do Down So Low. And Down So Low is the turning inside out of your soul. That it, besides, you have this amazing vocalist who can just scream, and it's music. It just starts when you went away. It just starts with the beginning of the story, and it's not losing you that makes me down so low. It's that I just can't find another man to take your place, because no one can. I mean, that's the thing. That is the zeitgeist. That is the power. That is the moment you feel when you're heartbroken. Is this person is gone, and there will never be another person like them. They're gone. You might as well just cease to exist, because it'll never be better than it was with that person. That's the feeling, right? Experience will tell you, as someone who's been through this a few times, there's another bus coming in 15 minutes. You can get right on it, and you're going to be super happy. But in the moment, you cannot believe that there could ever be anything like a smile on your face ever coming again. So why continue to exist? It's just so bottoming out of the idea of hope and something good might happen. You are just wallowing in your pain, and there's no more greater wallower than Linda Ronstadt, late 70s, in these torch songs that she sings, these gut-wrenching ballads. And Down So Low is so well captures that feeling, like that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm never going to love again. I'm never going to smile again. I might not even ever eat again, let alone think about falling in love again. That's off the table. I need to just suffer. I just need to experience this pain. When this record came out and I listened to it, I was just a high school kid. I was like 12 or 13 years old. I'd never really broken my heart. I had a crush on a girl in 7th grade who didn't return my affection. That was about as far as it went. And I actually looked forward to having my heart broken, so then at some point I would be able to put this song on and feel what Linda Ronstadt was communicating on this track. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Vocally produced by Peter Asher. A really great set of songs on this album. I love the cover. I used to have a mirror of this album cover on my wall when I was a teenager, for reasons you can probably guess. But just the saddest song I can possibly think of. And there's a lot of great sad songs, but this is my favorite sad song. All right. Those are my top 10 breakup songs. There are so many more out there. I would love to know what your favorite breakup song is. Feel free to put it down in the comments. I'd love to know what a really good, just something that really captures the pain and the loss of hope and the feeling that you can't go on. There are so many great songs like this that come from jazz, especially Frank Sinatra. He was really good at that. That come from all the genres that we have, because everybody's been through this, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna survive. We're gonna come through. We're gonna get to those happy sunshine love songs that are at the other end of the tunnel. But at the moment, we're in the deep dark tunnel, and we need music and whiskey to help us get it through. We're gonna do it, people. All right, that's our special 100th edition of Vinyl Fetish. Please subscribe and like, and we're going to be back next week to talk about a great Husker Du album. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody finds the love that they need, and peace and love. This music matters. These heartbreak songs matter, and you matter, and I matter, and love matters. So let's talk about it.